What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another round of MLB Total Chaos. I'm your host, Ali Burns from Picks Parlays. And before we get rolling around, I've got to remind everybody first to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And then don't forget about our sponsor, BetMGM. They're offering up to $1,000 for all new accounts, $1,000 in a risk-free first bet. All you got to do is use that promo code MORNING, or you can check out the description of this video and click on the link and get yourself hooked up with BetMGM. With me today, my two contenders. I've got Sean Higgs. Find him at Mr. Sean Higgs, a record of 59, 58, and 2. You were 3-1 last week, so excellent comeback week. How you
Yes.
feeling, Higgs?
Good. Ready to take on the boss here. I gotta extend my, get that over a little 500 a little more. Get some more some plus money going here. Positive record's good, but still down a little bit. We got a little work to do. A lot of time left in the baseball season.
That's very true. Very true. Craig Trapp, haven't seen you in a while. We got your record at 3-2. So you're in the positive, but you're a little bit rusty. How you feeling, Trapp?
Well, don't worry. I've been picking games every day, and I'm more of a totals guy, I would say, especially in baseball, because I'm not a big like having to lay these huge numbers. So I think in moneyline sports totals make a lot more sense. So you can get that minus 110 or ish, minus 115, or even a plus 105 every once in a while. So I love totals. So good time to pick it back up. What All-Star break? What two? One more day, and we're all got an All-Star break.
Yes, indeed. We're right around the corner. I think the game itself is Tuesday, but just a day or so away here from the break. So stuff's heated right now. Things are a little wonky. If you guys haven't seen the show before, I'm taking these two expert handicappers, and they are two of our heavy hitters over at picksandparlays.net. I'm giving them 4 baseball games that happened this Saturday, July the 16th. They're going to tell me if they go over or under the total, and whoever gets the most correct comes back as the champ. Sean Higgs, you're up first. We're going to talk Red Sox at the Yankees. The number's 8.5. Is it going over or under the total?
Over. I mean, we saw these guys play last weekend. 11-6, 6-5, 12-5, 6-5 again. I mean, what, 17-17, 11-11? I mean, this matchup alone, 5 innings, 7 hits, and 6 earned runs, 3 homers allowed by Jameson Talion. It's my good French. Can't really do French accent. And then Pavetta was what, 3 in the third inning, 8 hits, 2 more homers, 6 earned runs. What's changed in a week? Nothing. The Yanks are in a swoon. They've dropped, 7 to 10, and they're just kind of mutzing along. You're gonna hit a little rough patch. That your bullpen's not always gonna be dominant. Heated rivals over again. Come on, it's gonna be the Bronx Bombers gonna come. They're gonna swing. Red Sox got some heavy hitters. Devers having a nice little season here. 20 homers at the break. Over 8.5. Probably, one of the teams gonna get 8 themselves. So you probably have this by the 5th inning.
That's a good call. All right, Craig Trapp, what do you think? Over or under the 8.5?
I like the over as well. I mean, both these teams, I think, 7 of the last 10 games for both of these teams have gone over. I always say before the All-Star break, I mean, it's just like, teams are just holding on to get those breaks. The pitchers are tired. The batters that are in the All-Star game are like, hey, I'm just looking forward to get away. I just think it lends to overs more than unders towards the end of the right for the All-Star break. So I like the over here, and I also would. If you're going to play a team total over, I'd probably be going Yankees. I think they're more likely to go over if you just want to play the team total as well. That's a bonus play.
All right. Well, that's fun. Love a good bonus play. Brewers are at the Giants. That number is 8. We've got Lauer and Cobb on the bump. Craig, keep it rolling along.
I kind of think the under here. The Brewers are one of those teams early. They were the best under team in baseball early. Then the last month and a half, they've been the best over team in baseball. And I think it's more because the numbers were squished down because you looked at the ERAs and the starting pitches, and they were struggling at the plate since then. But now I think the numbers have bounced back. It seemed like you almost had to lay 6.5 to 7.5 where you're playing Brewers games now. So now we got them back at 8, 8.5 most days. I like the under here. I think this Brewers team, Lauer, I think will do his job. And Cobb's one of those guys. I think he can be elite stuff. So I think under. Also, at the Giants, I always think Giants ballpark always lends to under. It seems like it's impossible to get one out of that place.
All right, Higgs, what are your thoughts on this one?
I'm going over. Cobb's pitched better at home. Better ERA. It's like a 3.6 to a 5.7 on the road. So I think he's going to be all right here. He's going to give up a couple runs. We're really trying to push me to the over. And again, Craig hit a bunch of good points on Milwaukee. But Lauer's numbers, I mean, brutal of late. I mean, it's 5.60 ERA his last 7, a 5.25 on the road. And the Giants, I'm not a huge Giant guy. Somehow they won 100 games last year or whatever. I mean, who saw that coming? No, I don't think anybody saw that. I don't think the Giant ownership saw that coming.
Mhm.
And they're going to give up some runs. They're at the plate, a bunch of scrappy kind of guys. Like it's the bad news bears out there. That somehow they win a bunch of games. And again, bad Lauer numbers. I'm thinking the Giants are going to hit them. I think the Brewers will scrape it up across against Cobb. I'm going to go over the 8. I think it's going to be one of those like 6-4 kind of games.
All right, keep us trucking along. Diamondbacks at the Padres. The number on this one is 8. We've got Gilbert and Manea, Higgs.
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm going to go under here. Now, we saw Manea face these guys 3 times already. 7-6 game, 3-2, 3-0. The total are 7.5 and 7.5 and a 6.5. He faced Gallen twice. So obviously that 7-6 game's kind of like a blowout, like weird, like, wow, how'd that one happen? Not much on Manea because he was pretty good in those games. Only 5 runs in 19 innings. So he's going to do his thing here. And believe it or not, Gilbert, and again, this was a kind of a tough one for me because I look at his, 533 road air, 3 starts. That's brutal. 13 innings, 15 hits, 14 runs, 6 homers. But, his last 2 starts, not bad, though. He was giving up, 1 run in 9+ innings. I'm going to go under here. San Diego's a weak hitting team as it is. They need to trade to get some offensive help. I think Manaea's going to pitch decent. I think Arizona lineup is, well, it's Arizona. That's why they're in 3rd, 4th place out there, whatever they are. Give me the under.
Trapp, what do you think about it?
Like Higgs hit it. This is the hardest one of the games that we're looking at because, I always say when you're playing bad or the middle of the pack teams, they're there for a reason. They're very unpredictable. Their offense, their bullpens, a lot of times. That's the case for the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Arizona Diamondbacks have been good to me as far as when I bet them as a big underdogs. They seem to show up when you least expect it kind of thing. But I like the over in this spot because Gilbert's like one of those guys that like I just don't trust him. Those numbers don't lie. Every
14 runs, 13 innings, terrible.
If you're a major league pitcher, you're going to have good starts. It doesn't really matter who you are. You're always going to have good starts. But the difference in a good pitcher and a great pitcher, even a bad pitcher and a good pitcher, is when you can do it consistency. I haven't seen it there. So I think the Padres are probably going to get a 6 or 7 run. So I'm going to get the over here. Although out of the games that we're looking at, this is the one I would probably bet the least amount on.
Yeah, tough one.
That's fair. All right. Well, only one more to go. LA Dodgers, LA Angels. We've got Urias and Suarez, 2 lefties on the mound, and the total's 8.5. Craig, it's on you.
When you say the Angels, it's like, fire Joe Madden. He's the problem. I get it. They weren't performing. I get that. And you have the high payroll teams. If you go hire a coach like Joe Madden, you expect he's going to fix things. But, a flawed team is a flawed team. The Dodgers are just a way better team. And the reason why, they have so much depth. It doesn't matter starting pitching, bullpen, their lineup. It's like guys can go down and they can perform. If you're the Angels, outside of your 2 or 3 superstars, it's like, what do you rely on here? I think the under's the play here. The Angels just don't hit the ball consistently. It's like Trout and you have Ohtani. After that, these are 2 like of the best players in baseball. They're 2 of the best players in baseball, and they're still struggling. So I like the under here. I think the Dodgers win. I was thinking 5-1. The Dodgers are going to win. So but I'm going to take the under here.
All right, Higgs, what are your thoughts?
Sorry, I had my iced tea and I got like a ice cube cut my throat. So I'm like,
no.
I'm like gagging to death.
30-second timeout.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I like the under here.
Okay.
Angels, 18, 8-3 to the under, last 29. Can't hit. No Trout. All you got's Ohtani. Anemic lineup. You got some guys in there you like Ward's decent. I kind of like it. I like Marsh. I like a lot of the guys on the team. Urias, this guy, he's 25. He's been pitching in the league for 8 years. 17 years old. He made 15 starts in 2016. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Excuse me. Anyway, so 2.66 road ERA. Give me the under here. I think they're just going to they're both under teams. 45-35, I think, for the Dodgers to the under on the season.
I always like the West Coast teams too. Higgs, like West Coast, everybody like it's the late games. Everybody's like always on the over.
Yeah,
like
because
the ball doesn't fly out at night in the West Coast. It just doesn't. Like all of them are under teams. If you look at the ballparks, they're very tough.
They are.
So it's
45
maybe that's
and
part of the
36.
problem with these offenses is just that they're skewed with the ballparks being tough to hit it out of, or even get extra base hits.
Angels are 45 and 36
tired.
to the under in a year. 45, 36 to the Angels are 45 and 33, I think, for the Dodgers. Crazy numbers. Because you think the Dodgers are like, look at all these mashers. Well, they're an under team.
Yep.
They're an under team.
All right. So let's do a recap. I want to recap the picks that you guys have made. But first, I do got to remind everyone, like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. And don't forget about BetMGM. Up to $1,000 in a risk-free first bet for all new accounts. Just use that promo code MORNING or check out the description of the video. If you guys are looking to buy some premium plays over at picksandparlays.net, I've got a promo code for you. It's CFL. You can get both of these guys' best bets. Or you could get both of them and stick them together as one package and then use the promo code and save 20% off. Craig Trapp, tell the people what you've got lined up over at the site.
Well, I always have a best bet every day. Some days I have two. Every rare occurrence I'll have three, and usually one or two bonus plays. Tonight we got we'll have a Major League Baseball, CFL, probably a bonus play in the WNBA. Unfortunately, you got to wait on those lines because – yeah, I still don't understand why the NBA lines can be out early, but the WNBA lines are very rarely out early. I'm not saying it's sexist, but it's like, I mean, what? We don't have the numbers. There's less teams. It should be easier.
Yeah, I agree. Because I want to do total chaoses on WNBA, but I never can because the lines aren't out. I'd have to do them the next morning. So yeah, what's up with that, sportsbook people? Sean Higgs, what do you have going on over at the site? So, Craig, you guys are actually in a little duel on the Picks and Parlays leaderboard. Sean Higgs, you're number 3 on the hottest cappers list. Craig Trapp, you're number 5 on the hottest cappers list. Craig Trapp yesterday was number 3 on our site. In the last 7 days, Sean Higgs is number 3 on our site. You guys are both crushing it over on the leaderboards. Higgs, what do you have lined up over there?
Same thing that I've had since April. All MLB, baby. I love my baseball. Having a good season. You see, I think I'm no longer number 1. Rob Vinceletti, I think, jumped over me pretty good. He's on a tear, but that's what it is. People get hot. I know. Listen, slow and steady wins the race. Number 1, number 4, I don't care. We're looking to make money every day. That's all we do. Totals for me, 144 and 100. So the totals are pretty solid. So, again, look for some baseball, and we got NFL cards starting up in 3 weeks. I'm ready. Well, yeah. I can't wait.
Right? Hall of Fame
August 4th.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
2 weeks? Or
Thursday.
3 weeks from yesterday or 2 weeks?
I think it's Thursday or Friday, the 4th. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Thursday, I believe it is.
It's exciting. For real.
Who's
33?
Playing? That tells you how much I've looked. Who's
Raiders and the Jaguars. 33.5.
Oh, I didn't know it was the Raiders. I didn't know.
Under.
How did the hell did
Jaguars?
Do they have a Hall of Famer? They should never be able to play. You shouldn't be allowed to play in the Hall of Fame game unless you have actually Hall of Fame players.
Mark
going.
Brunell should be on.
And they get to play in the England game too, don't they?
Blake Bortles is fabulous. He should be a Hall of Famer.
Throw the ball.
He's a going joke on one of the shows that I watch.
Why? They should have beat the Patriots with him. What the heck happened? They're terrible.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
That's like one of those. People talk about like your big wins. I don't like wins. Every game should be a win. If I bet it should be a win. Like loss, I remember that because I had Jags.
I like
money
that
line.
about you.
I had the Jags. I had Jags money line. I'm like, let's go Jaguars, baby.
So Sean Higgs also has his own show. It's called Midday Money.
Yes.
It's on the Picks and Parlays YouTube channel. It's on the Winning Free Picks YouTube channel. So definitely check out Sean Higgs Monday through Monday, 7 days a week. Okay. Every single day, Sean Higgs is putting out free picks for you. Tons of baseball props. If you guys are into baseball props, find them with Sean Higgs every day at noon Eastern on Midday Money.
Like the mail. Every day, rain, sleet, snow, sneezing, coughs. I'm here.
Well, even the mail doesn't come on Sunday, so there's that. All right, so let's do our recap. Red Sox at the Yankees 8.5. They're going over the total. Craig also likes the Yankees team total going over in this game. Little bonus pick for you. Yes. Brewers and the Giants, it's an 8. Trapp's going under and Higgs is going over. D-backs Padres is an 8. Higgs under, Craig over, and then Dodgers and the Angels. We agree again. It's going under the 8.5. Remember, the best bets on the show are the ones they agree on. That's going to be the Dodgers under and the Red Sox over. Guys, thank you so much for joining this round of MLB Total Chaos. Like I always say, may the best capper win.